Is every video just me wearing this jacket over and over again?
I hope you appreciate my Bratz beanie today. I broke it out for y'all.
She has Bratz pants on too, but you can't see it.
And then I didn't want to wear the same Bratz shirt that I wore in our older Bratz video, so I'm just ended up wearing an Alex Russo shirt. I don't know.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Shacey Bender. I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Sierra, and welcome back to this week's video. As some of you already may know, the Bratz cinematic universe is no stranger to this YouTube channel. As I said before, we have done a Bratz Kids sleepover adventure video like 2 years ago around Halloween, and it was such a hit with you guys. It got tons of comments, and we got a request to make more Bratz movie commentary videos. And so we're here to deliver on that.
And honestly, I just loved how many opinions you guys had that I hope that we can kind of have it on this movie as well. Like, I love how because the Bratz Sleepover Adventure movie is so creepy, it's like, you guys were so divided, like, either saying this is the best movie ever or I hate this movie with a burning passion. I mean, this movie is well loved, but so I don't think that'll happen, but like, I still want to hear your opinions.
So we're here to give the people what they want, and today we are going to be talking about Bratz Rock Angelz. So get ready, stylin' divas, to meet ugly British Bratz boys that are apparently worth a hottie alert.
Get discovered by a Simon Cowell knockoff, Byron Powell.
And join a rock band with our favorite lesbian, Roxy.
It's so unfortunate that we have our Bratz Rock Angelz dolls at a different house. Do I, like, at
They're
least...
at our old house, our childhood home.
Do I at least get Jade, since this is kind of her movie?
Yeah, why not?
I'll be back. Okay, I have Jade, the original Jade, in her secondary outfit.
Well, it's like a combination. It's like some of it is like this is the secondary top, but then this is like the same pants and sneakers.
Yeah.
But let's get into it.
The movie starts with the Bratz girls hanging out, washing their car, and their song from their band comes on the radio.
Hey guys, it's our song!
And for some reason they pull out their electric guitars and start playing along with the song, but none of the guitars are plugged into an amp. So I guess they're just pretending. Like, there's no chords anywhere.
And they kind of just pull a lemonade mouth and are like, let's go back to where the band got started. Then we go back in time to, like, sometime when the girls were all at the mall and they were reading their horoscopes from a magazine. Y'all know, like, how they used to do that all the time, like, in magazines, having, like, your horoscope. Take this quiz and find out who is your soulmate, like whatever. Chloe's horoscope said that she will meet a handsome prince that will carry her off on his horse, and this will be important for later if you don't already know what is going to happen. But my favorite part about this scene is that in her horoscope, it says that she is a drama queen, and then like 2 seconds later, she sneezes and is like, I think I just had an out of the blue arterial explosion.
I think I just had an out of the blue arterial explosion.
What?
Oh my god, and I'm sorry, but Chloe is the ugliest of the girls in this movie because
she's so creepy.
I don't know if it's like her blue eyes with the eyeliner, like it's so like thick and contrasting, but it's very jarring to look at her sometimes.
It reminds me of like some old Miley Cyrus photos.
Like the one where she's like... You know the one. But Sasha is literally so funny in this scene. Honestly, when is Sasha never funny? Like, genuinely, all the time she wants to be so self-absorbed. And she is so many times throughout this movie. Her horoscope says that she can't commit to just one guy, and said, when you're this gorgeous, why should you?
Honestly valid, but still, like, no wonder she got stuck in the mirrors in Bratz Kids Sleepover Adventure and, you know, for being a narcissist and obsessed with herself.
Jade comes over to the girls to tell them that she just got an internship to be Berdine's assistant at Your Thing magazine.
I got the student internship. The one at Your Thing magazine?
The Tweebles, oh, I wish we had dolls of them.
Ugh, I never got them, I'm sorry. And I'm so mad because it's like we're twins and we dressed up as the Tweebles for Halloween too.
But the Tweebles make their first appearance in the movie and it's an unforgettable one. You know, they start like literally T-posing and a diagram comes up on the screen and it's like, what is this? The Grinch? Like, are their hearts 2 sizes too small? Did we really need a medical diagram to show us how evil they are? And of course, with Casey's nose job, flying objects are just drawn to it, you know? We'll get a plethora of amazing scenes of objects hitting her nose.
Like,
But I think the funny thing is like, okay, so where did Kirsty get her nose job done? Why is she the only one getting bad nose jobs?
unless Kirsty didn't get a nose job.
I find that hard to
but
believe.
I don't really know.
So the boys show up to the mall as well, showing off their sick skateboarding skills.
Skills with a Z.
Skills.
Well, Cameron only really has skateboarding skills, like Dylan like messed up and spilled drinks on the Tweevils. It was like a whole thing. But he's just like,
I don't even know what that
like,
was.
dude, you're not doing anything. But then Chloe shows them how it's done and gets to show off to her crush Cameron, which she's so confusing about throughout the whole movie. She's like, he's cute and all, but I just can't figure him out. And so even though she has a crush on him, I swear later in the movie, like, she gets a call from him and like Yasmin's like, oh, hot date tonight, and Chloe's just like, no, it's just Cameron. You like him though.
Do you like him or not? But she claims she's got a lot of cool moves, and they have like an awkward sound effect, and they're like, ooh, double entendre.
Thanks, Cameron. I've got a lot of cool moves.
I love it. It's so cheesy.
And then,
she's like,
Yeah, creepy little
and she's like, I mean, on the skateboard,
and stuff.
and stuff. So Jade starts her new job, and it doesn't go as she hoped. You know, she had all these ideas for Your Thing magazine, and Berdine is like, I'm the person who runs this magazine, okay? Like, what do you think you're doing? You're just the assistant. Which, kind of valid, but, you know. And then she also finds out that the Tweevils work there. The Tweevils, like, during her whole entire first day of work, they're, like, constantly sabotaging her. And man, those twins are uggos. Like,
Whenever they smile, like, it's so bad.
And they're so ugly that the screen cracked.
It shattered.
But, you know, Jade is working overtime. Girls gotta do what you gotta do, like day and night.
But yeah, she's working overtime as we clearly needed the song playing over the scene to explain to us. We needed every little detail.
Jade tries to show Berdine all of these invites that they got in the mail to go to all these different events. And for some reason, Berdine, she looks at them, but she's like, don't you know junk mail when you see it? And she just throws it all on the ground. So I don't know if she actually even really looked at it. Like, if she was just, like, trying to be a bitch. But, like, I don't know.
She's so unprofessional. But in another attempt to sabotage Jade, the Tweevils say that they'll phone in a lunch order for Berdine that Jade will pick up to give to Berdine. But they order a burger, which has carbs. So obviously she can't eat that because this is 2005. You can't eat carbs. Diet culture.
Heroin chic, okay?
But before they make the call, before they phone in the order, they have like the strangest celebratory dance sequence with like flashing lights and music, and it's like so honestly off-putting.
And then it like randomly zooms in on their faces, and then they're like,
Yeah.
But after Berdine gets given the burger from Jade, she fires Jade because the carbs.
Carbs! You are fired.
And Jade dies. Just kidding. It was just a joke. They love doing that in this movie, showing lots of like fake death scenes. But we did get to see her tombstone.
So the girls decide to do some retail therapy because it's a girl thing. Like, they want to make Jade feel better, and also, like, they're wearing the outfits that all the parents thought were scandalous at the time, which they really weren't, but okay.
I know. When I was watching that, I was like, oh my gosh, like, the Christian helicopter parents are freaking out at these outfits right now.
But, you know, just seeing them hang out at the mall, I just came to the realization that, you know, as much as I like Barbie, I'm not a Barbie girl, you know? I'm not a princess. I'm not a fairy. I'm not a pauper. I'm just a girl who wants to go to the mall.
Yeah, like, I'm not, like, super polished or magical. I'm just a girl that wants to go shopping and look cute, to be honest.
Like, actually, I know that, like, again, like, oh, stereotype women, but there's nothing more that I like to do than go shopping. Because, like, literally, I used to not like it, but now I fear I have an addiction.
I'm literally broke, but I love to just go into stores and just look around. I don't even have to buy anything. I just love to go to the
act
mall.
of shopping, like browsing, I guess.
Yeah, like window shopping. It's like, okay, I'll just browse. Like, I just love to go through a whole entire store and just look at everything and then leave with nothing. While the girls are just complaining about Berdine's magazine and everything after Jade got fired, they realized they should just make their own magazine. And they assign different roles to themselves of, like, who's gonna take care of what part of the magazine. And Sasha scores them a rundown, disgusting office in Berdine's building to start their magazine. Berdine dies. Haha, just kidding again. The girls just imagine her falling down an elevator shaft like Shane on iCarly. I don't know, this movie just loves some violence, some death. A lot of physical comedy going on.
But the girls get the boys to help them do an office reno. Let's get that renovation done, love it or list it, you know? They do this VM montage, obviously.
Yeah, they have their little HGTV moment.
To one of the best Bratz songs ever. Doing it right. This is how we do what we do when we're doing it right.
How we do, how we do, how we
Do it.
And then this is where we get the ew shoes moment, if you know that meme from Stan Twitter.
Ew!
What even exactly happened? Like, why?
Well, no, just Berdine's shoes were left over because it's in the building.
They found Berdine's shoes in a box.
Because Jade was supposed to polish them or something.
Yeah. The girls finally decide on what their magazine is going to be called, and they settle on Bratz because that's what the Tweebles and Berdine call them, and they want to reclaim it. Kind of iconic, you know? But Jade goes through Berdine's junk mail again because Jade actually kept it, even though Berdine was like, oh, get rid of these, don't you know junk mail when you see it? Jade actually held onto it and found an invite to the opening of Pins, which is a new punk rock club that is going to be opening in London, and they're gonna have a benefit concert. And it's like a all expenses paid trip to go there to London and then go to the opening. So, like, they are gonna take this opportunity.
So now they are on their way to London, and Chloe meets Nigel Forrester, the 9th Duke of Essex, while on the plane. Hottie alert.
Hottie alert.
He's like so ugly.
And he has like
so nasty.
He has the grossest voice ever. Like, honestly, the most unappealing thing about him is his voice.
Yes.
I'm Nigel Forrester, the 9th Duke of Essex.
Like, I think that, like, by Bratz standards, they were trying to make him look better than Cameron and Dylan, at least. Like, they gave him, like, a different hairstyle that I feel like was kind of F-boy
in a way
at the time, but he was just not giving.
Regardless, for some reason, Chloe is interested in him and thinks that he is her prince from the horoscope. And Cameron gets so pissed that he literally turns into Superman and lasers Nigel's head off with kryptonite heat vision.
Yeah, the heat vision was not red, it was green. So it's like
the meteor rocks.
Yeah, the meteor rocks. I think the meteor rocks got to him. Like, this is Smallville. So here's where things, I'm like, I don't know what's going on here at this point, because Berdine gets mad that Jade took the invitation to the Pins opening, which I'm honestly confused about, because if she didn't even look through the mail and said it was all junk mail, like, how does she even know about the existence of this invite? if she never went through it, if she looked at it, she would have known that that invite was in there. And so she's like yelling at the Tweevils being like, how dare you let me give away the hottest invitation of the year? And I'm like, how do you know though? Like, did someone tell her that Jade was going to London? I'm confused because she never looked at the mail.
It's like she did look at the mail, but she said it was junk, so what? But anyway, Verdine is like, I'm gonna go anyway because of the event, and we're gonna stop the Bratz. And the girls are now living it up in London. Living it up, yeah, we're gonna have fun. Living it up, yeah, living it up, yeah. Because again, like, every song is so literal and it's so perfect for every moment. Pretty and punk. Well, we'll get to that then. The pretty and punk situation. The boys are taking pictures of them all around the city, including this one where, like, Sasha kind of low-key harasses a guard. Like, she kind of gets up on him and, like, does a little foot pop.
And you know they're not allowed to move or speak. Like,
yeah, but I guess he kind of liked it.
I can't tell if he would. Okay, because here's the thing. She keeps trying to take over all the photos that the boys are taking, but the girls shove her off to the side and stuff her in a telephone booth and get in front of her so they can get in front of the photo instead of Sasha. And he smiles, so I'm like, was he happy that she got pushed out of the photo and that she got locked in the telephone booth, or was he okay with her taking the photo, like, with him? Like, I don't really know, but maybe he wanted revenge.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Chloe makes plans with Yasmin to go see the London Eye for an assignment, but she bails on Yasmin to go on a date with Nigel.
Nasty Nigel. Nasty Nigel. So Badine and the Tweevils are on the flight to London when they run into Byron Powell, and they already get off on the wrong foot because Badine's dog is bothering his dog, Ozzy.
But your pathetic hairy rat is attacking my Aussie.
Ew, I hate
My Aussie.
Yeah, my Aussie. Like, why does Byron Powell talk like that? Like, it makes me, like, ugh. Like, I actually want to throw up. I hate his voice. It bothers me so much. I can't tell which one is worse, Nigel or his voice.
No, I'm actually... Nigel's, like, really annoying, but I want to say Byron.
I'm not exactly sure,
But the Tweevils cannot stop throwing up on this plane, and the way they cut it is literally so funny because...
There's, like, jump cuts, and it's just repeated.
There's jump cuts,
like,
and the audio ends so abruptly, and then just keeps repeating.
they just keep puking into a paper bag.
Oh, and it's like, Casey had a nosebleed too, like, because of her nose job on the
Oh,
plane.
yeah.
They were suffering on that plane.
Chloe's date with Nigel went well. Like, we care. She thinks he's the one. And he starts calling her Pretty Princess, even though that's already Yasmin's nickname. And Nigel invites Chloe to his castle, so she blows off Yasmin again.
So while Yasmin is going to go do the report at the London Eye by herself, she finds Byron's dog. I don't know how he lost the dog.
I don't know.
She finds his dog, Ozzy, and takes him with her, and Berdine and the Tweevils arrive at the same hotel that the Bratz are staying at.
But because they didn't have the invite, they get, like, this nasty, like, disgusting room. But what are you gonna do?
All the girls are getting in conflict. Like, now Jade gets mad at Sasha because Sasha is, like, controlling everything with their portion of the magazine.
And it did say in her horoscope that she was a control freak.
Yeah, so now Jade and Sasha are fighting, and now all the girls are on bad terms with each other by this point.
While the Tweevils were eavesdropping on the girls, Nigel saw them outside the hotel room and were like, oh my gosh, they're hot. And basically starts flirting with them. He's like, they're rather attractive. Like, shut up, Nigel.
Those girls were rather attractive.
Nigel!
Ugly ass player, okay?
But it's like, you're saying that in front of the girl that you're clearly
yeah,
with. I know that he doesn't.
in front of Chloe.
I know that he doesn't care, but I think it's weird being like, you shouldn't be mean to them when they're, like, attractive. Like, what? Why does that help? But Jade and Sasha make up after Sasha uses Jade's pictures in their assignment instead of the ones she took. And they hug, and they literally have to lean so far over because their heads are so big.
Yeah.
So all the girls except Chloe, because she she's still with Nigel, go try on punk outfits with the boys and rock out. Pretty and punk, pretty and punk. And the guys get really into it. They're like jumping up and down and they're really having fun. I don't care what people say. I actually care about and enjoy having guy characters in these movies and franchises. I know other people are like, nobody cares, but like, I care. I don't get it.
Because I'm sorry, but like
Men
exist in the
Question
world.
mark?
Like just because the media is more geared towards women or girls, men still exist.
I'm not saying there can't be a movie where it's just all women, because there are movies out there where it's just all men. But I'm just saying, in this context, like, it is kind of kids media, so it's like, I think it's good to show both.
And I think it's kind of important with these kind of things where it's like, okay, like Bratz, Monster High, Barbie, they're all of these like fashion things, and I think it's cool to show boys in those things too when it comes to the fashion stuff. Especially because they are selling like boy dolls. All the time everyone's like, oh, I don't care about the boys, but like I care about the boys. I want to buy the boy dolls. I like the boy dolls.
It's kind of like when the Barbie movie came out, I was so confused when everyone was like, well, nobody cares about Ken, but like I always played with Ken dolls when I was a kid, so I guess that's just like a everyone else problem, because I always
had a
stories.
deep love for Ken.
So I feel like that was just kind of everyone else, I guess. I don't know.
Like,
I wasn't really a part of that.
Yeah, because when that was in the Barbie movie, I was like, oh, okay. So I guess everyone else had a different experience than me. Nigel gets mad at Chloe and calls her low class and her friends uncouth.
They're so uncouth.
Immediately after, he leaves Chloe for Kirsty and uses the same like pickup lines and everything on Kirsty, literally right in front of Chloe. But it doesn't even matter anyway, because Kirsty falls off the balcony and dies. No, she doesn't die, but again, it's like, haha, JK.
But literally, Nigel did not care at all. Like, he
No.
literally does not care about anyone. But Chloe, now depressed, is dramatically walking the streets of London, and her shoe, like, it's confusing what happens to the shoe. It slides off, it breaks, it unlatches. We're not sure. The animation is unclear.
It was very
But
unnatural.
Regardless, it happened in the most unnatural way possible, and she just leaves it there. Like, imagine that your shoe falls off. Like, it didn't even break, I don't think.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Just looked like her shoe just slipped off. It's not like the heel itself, like, broke or something and she couldn't walk on it. It just slips off and she leaves it there. She just doesn't even go back for it. And her Prince Charming, Cameron, arrives not on a horse, but on a motorcycle. He picks up the shoe for her, obviously, but the camera angle is really strange, and it's like there's so much space above his head, and they just awkwardly look at and nod at each other for a while, and he's like, with his eyebrows, like, You know, Cameron has that cheesy riz. Like, he barely says anything. He's like, hi.
Hi.
I love it.
You know?
So they ride back home on the motorcycle, and then Chloe apologizes to the rest of the girls, and everyone makes up, and Dylan is like, they're doing it again. You know, Dylan be like, women.
Women.
Because he keeps saying this, like, throughout the whole movie, like, whenever they're, like, fighting and then making up and fighting and making up, he's like, girls? What? I don't understand this girl world. Women be complicated.
I don't attempt to understand the female mind, Troy.
So, for some reason, even though the Bratz girls had the invite that Berdine received to Pins, the bouncer won't let them in. Like, Your Thing magazine apparently wasn't on the list, but that doesn't even make sense because they got the invite. So, I don't get it. But Byron Powell walks by, and since Yasmin has been taking care of his dog, Ozzy,
My Ozzy.
Byron Powell helps the girls get into the club, and they just love shouting random adjectives in this movie. As soon as they get into the club, they're like, scorching. They'll say any word and be like, whatever, delicious. Like,
To repay the girls for taking care of Ozzy, Byron says that he will give the girls backstage passes for the benefit concert, and then also, when the concert's over, he will do an interview with them for their magazine. But the Bratz are really dumb, and they leave their hotel room door open, and the Tweevils sneak in dressed as maids and steal their tickets for the benefit concert.
I mean, that's the funniest thing. They didn't even need to pretend to be anything because the door was left wide open. They could have just walked in.
And then, like, during this whole entire thing, like, Dylan, he comes back into the room while they're in there, and he's just, like, messing around, doing
Jumping on the
stupid
bed,
stuff.
rocking out again. It's like, I just love Dylan. Like, that's his first thought of what he should be doing now that he's alone.
And then Dylan literally sees the Tweevils, but because they're dressed as maids and he's stupid, he just gives them their laundry or something when they're on their way out after they just stole the ticket.
So the girls eventually regroup in the hotel room and find out that the Tweevils stole the tickets because they found Casey's nose bandage on one of the girls' shoes in the hotel room.
And also during this scene where they're like kind of talking everything out, for some reason, and like discovering that like the Tweevils snuck into their room and whatever, for some reason Yasmin calls Chloe the wrong nickname. You know, they make this whole thing like it's such a big deal that Nigel was calling Chloe Pretty Princess
Instead of Angel.
Yeah, instead of Angel. Yet for some reason in this scene, Yasmin calls Chloe Cool Cat, which is obviously Jade's nickname. So I don't really know if that was like just a script error or what.
It's like Jade was in the background, but that wasn't who was talking to her.
Yeah, she was talking to Chloe. So that's what I don't understand. I noticed that the first time I rewatched this movie a while ago. It was like a year ago. And I was like, why did that happen? That's kind of weird. The only thing that the Bratz can think of doing to get into pins for the benefit concert is to become a rock band because, you know, if they pretend to be a rock band, like maybe they'll get let in. And they call themselves the Bratz Rock Angels.
With a Z, obviously.
Yes. Everything with a Z.
So the girls are successfully able to get into pins.
We did it! We're in!
For the concert, but the band Crash, which I believe is the band that I almost called him Simon Cowell. Byron Powell. I guess he might have signed them or something.
But it's Roxy's rock band.
Yeah. So since the band broke up right before the concert, it left Roxy solo. So Roxy joins the Bratz Rock Angels and they give the most confusing concert of their lives. Constant montages, never staying on one shot for more than 2 seconds. I mean, the only shots that were like longer were scenes where they weren't even showing what the concert was like.
No, it was like they were
parachuting out of a plane.
vehicle, then racing Dylan and Cameron in a car. It was like a music video, like all of a sudden. Like there was nothing actually really going on with the concert.
But it's like there was more random montage footage than showing us any parts of the actual concert.
Because I guess they just didn't have much to show.
Yeah, because they're just like this the whole time.
Yeah.
So Berdine gets kicked out of the venue before the show even begins. Like,
she tries to like get up on the stage and I guess like attack the Bratz and she gets taken by security. During the concert, they performed the iconic song. So good.
Dancing on the earth feels so good. Nothing can compare. It's the feeling of hearts. It's the beat of the charts. Like a spotlight we're coming through. It feels so good. Shining here in front of you. It's so dramatic, but literally lesbian rock.
It took my breath away.
You know, like JoJo Siwa started like, you know, gay pop.
No!
Like,
but Roxy
started lesbian rock.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry that I even brought JoJo Siwa into it,
Ew.
but it was the perfect reference. I'm sorry.
I know. So, because they did the concert, then now it's back to the magazine plot.
Yeah,
so
and
they finally launch their first issue of their magazine.
Yeah, and I love how, like, again, Chloe does, like, a quiz. You know how it is, the quiz is, like, does your boyfriend suck? Like, you know, and we get the iconic Bratz. Dump him!
Dump him!
Their magazine is like, yes, it does have to do with fashion, but also it's kind of all over the place, and they're, like, teaching people how to form a rock band.
I don't know how anything in this movie is related. Like, that's the thing, they're saying, this is like Bratz Rock Angels, but they're like, how we had our fashion magazine and became a rock band. It's like, the rock band, even though it's called Bratz Rock Angels, is the most minuscule part of the entire plot.
Yeah, it's so little.
Like, honestly, I feel like they just threw this movie together because they, you know, had this Bratz Rock Angels doll line coming up and they had to come up with something. And this is what they came up with when it's like, you didn't even need to have this whole fashion magazine plot to, like, do, like, a band thing. And vice versa. They did not need to become a band to have the magazine. It's kind of unnecessary, but we love it.
Yeah, I don't care, and I wouldn't want it any other way. But Berdine got so depressed after everything that she ate a whole plate of burgers, and Byron gave the girls a recording contract, and Roxy became their new BFF and was a part of the band still, and they go on a worldwide tour.
And that is the ending of the movie because we're the girls with a passion for fashion, and
And
we
we
rock.
rock.
And that was Bratz Rock Angelz.
This movie is just so funny, and I'm glad we got to talk about it today because honestly, it might be my favorite Bratz movie. I don't know. I just love how it's very perfectly timed. It's only a little over an hour long, and it's just absolutely jam-packed with tons of, like, hilarious stuff. The best part about Bratz movies is they're not taking themselves too seriously. Like, they know what this is. This is a Bratz movie. So let's fill it up with tons of gags and fourth wall breaks and just really just have a fun time. But I guess that's it. Thank you for revisiting the Bratz cinematic universe again with us. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, hit the bell, do all the cringy YouTube things so you get notified when we make more posts. And we've been trying to really grind and get back into doing YouTube videos. Are they performing well? No. But I don't care because I enjoy it.
Yeah, our last video kind of flopped, and it's so sad because it was so funny. So if you want to support us, maybe go watch it. We literally played through our old episode stories that we made in middle school, so it was like super embarrassing, and I thought it was hilarious. So if you want to go check that out, you can. And if you want more Bratz content from us, let us know. Obviously, I'd have no problem doing that. Like, we love Bratz, and we do collect the dolls, so
Yes.
and even beyond that, I mean, I kind of wanted to make a video about Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus because
I love that movie.
that movie just got put on YouTube, so it's more easily accessible.
So let us know if you want to see that.
And also, that's my favorite Barbie movie.
Yeah, that's my
so.
favorite one as well.
And if you want to know, my favorite Bratz movie might be the Pixie one.
Yeah,
I'm not
Fashion
sure.
Pixies.
I haven't watched it in a while.
I
But
guess
have
we'll
a
have to
lot of-
rewatch that and like give a review as well. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. 1 point docked just because the plot is a little all over the place, but the enjoyment and the love I feel every time is just so strong. We have a gaming channel. A link to that will be down in the description below if you want to check that out. We'll probably put like our Instagrams down there. We also do have like a doll collecting and like photography and stop motion account. We'll probably also link that down below if you're interested in more like doll content. We make tons of Bratz content on there. And,
We
like,
literally
do
had
unboxings
the
and
Bratz
stuff.
dolls do the Gap.
Like
cat
cat side.
my milkshake
brings other boys
to the yard. Yeah, so go check that out.
I hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Carbs. Carbs.